I'm Rolf Rosenkrantz, and I'm here in Washington, D.C. with Sergio Ramirez Mena, the Chief of Party for Chemonics in a very remote area of Zambia, of an education program. Tell us a little bit about it.
We're very excited because Zambia is, in this particular moment in time, is at a milestone year by them just adopting the new curriculum. And as many people know, new curriculums are not something that the ministries of education change all the time. So this year they just started rolling out a completely new modern curriculum based mostly on proficiency in reading, writing, and the basic skills and more importantly, it's using their familiar language, the language the child listens at home. So that's a shift in the way that they have been doing education for 40 years. So we happen to be at the right time helping them, with the sort of the scaffolding of how, through policies, how do you roll out that new techniques, methodology. So it's very exciting.
And what do you see as the big difference, perhaps, in the countries that you've worked in, perhaps also between Latin America and Africa?
I think there is, actually there's more similarities than differences. There is no parent who doesn't want their child to be educated. I mean, there's a universal need, and there's no parent out there that says, I don't want my child to be educated. People are aware of the value that education adds to their children's lives. So they all, no matter where you go, you'll see little kids walking down the road, the dirt road, big avenues, big streets, but everybody understands there is a value to education. But if I would point out a differences is the differences in the cultural background. In general, Latin America is mostly monolingual, except, there are countries with diverse populations, but they tend to be in the larger minorities with a Spanish or Portuguese speaking majority. Africa is completely different. It's very multilingual, multi-ethnic, with a common language that they all use to communicate, especially with the foreigners, but among themselves as well. So that brings a whole diversity into carrying out the delivery of the services when the target populations have different languages. For example, in Zambia, there's 70 languages. But that's, for me, one of the fundamental richness and challenges between the two continents.